Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka The Weather Gamer, bringing you LTPL Season 6, Week 2. Your Chicago Charizards taking on Naily and his Columbus Crobats. We're still trying to get our first win in LTPL. We're 0-6. Very close game versus Nikki. One or two plays and I got my first win, so we'll try again versus Naily. Who I've never beaten because Tapu Koko is stupid. It doesn't work for me, but it works for everybody else. Anywho. Team we're rocking out with Noivern, Gastro, Blaziken, Camparaja, Galvantula, Lurantis, Drapion, Clefairy, Lycanroc, Midday, and Drifblim. So I picked up Gastro and Drifblim. And dropped Vaporeon and Galarian Yamask. I know I don't, well, no, I have Gastro as ground type. I didn't really want to drop Vape, but the more I looked at teams, the more I was like, oh, okay, I need a ground type. So it was either Quag or Gastro, and I went with Gastro, so we'll see. And Drifblim's just nice. It gives me another ground immunity, and it can also be very annoying with Strength Sap, Will-O-Wisp, and it also has Unburden, so, that's a plus. Naily has Metagross. Should not have passed up on that. Just like I should not have passed up on Nidoqueen. Shaman, Seismitoad, Charizard, Vikavolt, Crobat, Wigglytuff, Girder, Dracloak, Absol, and Delcatty. So, as far as what I think comes versus me, Metagross, where's my switch in? Gastro. Oh wait, apparently Metagross gets Grass Knot, so that's good to know. I have no switch into Metagross, so it's definitely coming. Shaman, because again, where's my switch into Shaman? I don't have one, because it gets Earth Power and Air Slash, and I think it gets Dazzling Gleam, I might be wrong. Noivern might be the only switch in besides Drapion, which doesn't want to take an Earth Power. Seismitoad makes a lot of sense versus me, probably Water Absorb to try and check Gastro. Those two just basically smack each other, and that's about it. But, physically defensive Seismitoad makes a fair amount of sense. Nasty Bat. The Savage is and Rye agreed, and huffed it too, on a true Nasty Bat with like Heat Wave, Giga Drain, and Air Slash, I think, or Poison type move. So again, something I have to be careful of with Gastro is the Giga Drain there. Vikavolt, again, Vikavolt just kind of punches a hole through my team. I don't really have a switch in to that either, so it makes lower tier. There's a lot of mons that don't have a lot of switches, and you just kind of have to hope you can do something. And then Girder for Defog, because I don't think Crobat's going to be running it. So Girder's probably going to come with Defog if I try to bring Sticky Webs in order to try and slow down Metagross, unless it's Clear Body. I just think Girder is probably his best bet for a Defogger. Charizard could come as the Defogger. Wiggles could come just a Wish Pass and Rock. Absol could come if it wants. I don't think Delcatty or Dracloak come. But as far as the 6 I'm bringing, those uncovered here. We have Heavy Duty Boots Noivern with Frisk, obviously, so I can see the items. Speed Creep to... What is my speed creep on this thing? It's faster than Shaman and Charizard. It's faster than Dracloak, if that's what it is. Speed creep to be faster than Dracloak, so I'll know if it's Scarfed. Modest 252 special attack, little bit of bulk. Draco Hurricane U-turn Defog. U-turn to just pivot, because Seismitoad pretty much sits in on me. I can't do really anything to Metagross either. Granted, it has to fear Flamethrower. But this is basically so I can pivot. Hurricane's nice, does a fair chunk of damage, and then, dropping Dracos outside of Wiggles and Metagross, I'm pretty free to drop Dracos on my opponent. So, but that's Noivern. We do have Shukaberry Camparaja. This is so I can avoid the Oko from either Seismitoad or Shaman with Earth Power / Quake. 200 Adamant Nature, 252 HP because we don't outspeed anything, and then 56 in the Fizz Def. Power Whip, Play Rough, Heat Crash, and Heavy Slam. We are Heavy Metal instead of Sheer Force. Heavy Metal doubles our weight, which means Heat Crash is going to do a ton to Shaman. Power Whip for the Seismitoad, Heat Crash for Metagross. I don't take a Banded Earthquake, but I can at least try to hit the Metagross with Heat Crash. Power Whip the Toad. Heavy Slam is going to do a ton to the Crobat. I can Heat Crash the Vikavolt. Play Rough for the Girder trying to come in on me. I don't do a lot to Charizard, unfortunately, because I just don't have enough move slots for it. I don't have enough move slots, but I basically just Heat Crash / Heavy Slam the rest of the team, so just wish I could run a Rock move in case Charizard does come. Blaziken is Protective Pads. I got a lot of questions as to why I was running Protective Pads. It's because of its Rocky Helmet Seismitoad. I don't want to take the Rocky Helmet damage repeatedly on Blaziken, especially when Blaziken can do a lot this game. It's Speed Creep to outspeed the Seismitoad. Yeah, Seismitoad. I'm pretty sure the Creep is to Seismitoad. Creep is the Seismitoad. So I can pivot on it. Toxic is really nice for it. Close Combat and Flare Blitz are just really good moves. Flare Blitz will obliterate Metagross. Takes out Shaman. I pivot on the Seismitoad and take no Rocky Helmet damage. Charizard I don't do a lot to. Vikavolt I Flare Blitz. I Flare Blitz Crobat. I Flare Blitz Wiggles. I Flare Blitz Girder. I Flare Blitz Darkloak or Dracloak. CC is there for the last two. Do I even need CC? Or do I run? What did the guys suggest on Blaziken? I'm scrolling up to see what. Oh, that's Draftlings. I need general. What they said about Blaziken, because the more I think about it, CC just does not seem to. I don't know, I think it's alright. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep CC, but yeah, Protective Pads, it's just me trying some tech to stop getting chipped by Rocky Helmet. You have Wise Glasses, Galvantula. This was originally Sash Webs, but then I was reminded that Clear Body on Metagross is a thing, so I can't even slow it down, and it's just not good. So Wise Glasses makes my special attack have 1.1 boost. Compound Eyes obviously 1.3, so it makes them think that maybe I'm like E-Belt or something, but not necessarily. Alright, sorry about the pause. My brother was walking around and he wanted to know if he could walk around and not get in trouble because I'm recording and he needs to put pants on, so that's why I paused. Anyways, the Galvantula, the Wise Glasses just to boost my special attack and make it questioning as to what my item is. Volt Switch, Thunder, Giga Drain, and Bug Buzz. Giga Drain's nice for the Seismitoad because I can proc the Rindo Berry, which means Caparada should kill with Power Whip if it hits. Volt Switch is just nice to pivot once Seismitoad goes down. Thunder, once Seismitoad goes down, just hits really hard. And Bug Buzz does a substantial chunk to this team. So we are Speed Crept for the Dracloak as well, again. And then max special attack, a little bit of bulk. Rindoberry Gastro, just so I can try to take a grass type hit from anything with Miracle, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, and Recover. 192 defense, 252 HP, 64 Spadef. The Spadef was specific so I could live anything but a Specs hit from Shaman. If it's Specs Shaman, I'll just die even through the Rindo. But like Life Orb I should live, E-Belt I should live, and then just defensive. I can also take the Grass Knot from Metagross and try to do I should kill Metagross with Mirror Coat if it Grass Knots me. Earth Power is also nice to hit it. Shaman doesn't appreciate Sludge Wave. Seismitoad I don't really do anything to. I wish I was able to run Toxic over Recover, just so I could poison that. Charizard has to fear Scald, even though I'm not running it. Vikavolt, I Sludge Wave, but again, it has Energy Ball, which is a problem. Crobat has to fear Ice Beam, but I'm not carrying it. Wiggles, I Sludge Wave. That's the move I'm carrying, Sludge Wave. Girder, I'm not doing a lot to. Dracloak, I just Sludge Wave. Absol, I just Sludge Wave. Delcatty, I just kind of Sludge Wave is my best bet for hitting everything. So, but that is Gastro. Recover, obviously, to live a little longer. And then we have Assault Vest Drapion. This is so I can tank 2 from Shaman and retaliate back with Poison Jab. Rock Tomb is there to slow things down, like slow Crobat down. If it is nasty bad, I can take it on with Drapion. Lets me take on Vikavolt a little better. Knock is just really good for spamming to take items away. And then Earthquake is decently spammable versus my opponent. So 232 Adamant Nature, Speed Crept. That is the wrong Speed Creep. There we go. Speed Creep to the Seismitoad, which I'm not going to do a ton to, but you know, it's still nice to know that I'd be faster and I could scout for a Scarf potentially. So, but yeah, that's going to be the team. Hopefully we can beat Naily and pick up a win. If not, we'll try next week for our first ever LTPL win. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the battle.